All right, welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. It's Friday night. Watching some Impact Wrestling. Now, the regular show tonight, I only watched the main event, which looked great. We're not going to talk about the regular show, like I've said on here. James St. Patrick, what is up? Oh goodness. Yeah, like I said, I didn't watch tonight's show. We are going to talk some Impact StarStruck. That was on Twitch, the Twitch special from this past weekend. So finally getting caught up. We'll get some of the cheap plugs out of the way first, just in case you missed it. Better late than never. The Total Nonstop Impact podcast is up, reviewing last week's show over on the Impact Lounge, another channel over there that I'm a part of now, proudly. So go check that out. Trent and I go break stuff down. And going forward, it looks like I'm going to be using this guy, this duck, powered by Streamyard. So far, so good. Used it just a couple times, couple tests. Last time I used it, so because YouTube is changing. I guess they're completely getting rid of the Hangouts now. You can't go live solo anymore without an outside source. So hey, it is what it is. I'm using this, and it's the free version. If you use the paid version, you can get rid of the logo and you can, do stuff. But it looks like the Total Nonstop Impact podcast is going to be using this same source, StreamYard. We're run sometime soon. Not sure exactly when. When all the stars align and we can get our full team together. We're going to try to oh, that's okay, James. Not a big deal. You're not dropping all the spoilers. It's not a big deal. You just put out a funny thing. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, took me a while to watch StarStruck today. I was busy doing other stuff, yard work, life, life happens, folks. So, and I've had a decent dose of life lately. Just trying to, do more around here. And, yeah. Catching up on projects from a few years ago. Just trying to make the property better. And also trying to lose some weight. So, but I've plateaued. That sucks. If anyone's ever tried to diet before and, you've got X amount of pounds you want to lose, and then you stop a while and your body just kind of sits at one weight and you think you're still losing the weight, but you're not. Yeah, that kind of sucks. So I'm working extra hard to try to drop below where I am now. Gotta keep going though. Gotta keep going. Don't stop. I'm floating around 230 right now, and I'm hoping to get down between 170 and 180. That's my goal by the end of the year. And I know I can do it. Continue to strive for greatness. That's right, James. That's right. Get it too sweet for that. Too sweet. You get it. Because I see other friends online with life struggling with weight issues, and they're trying like hell to lose weight, you know, and that inspired me along with my other healthy issues that I've, well, come to know now. So, yeah. So just a little update on me. I know some of you, you know, care. So I try to do little updates here and there. Like I said, go check out the new Total Nonstop Impact podcast. Just went up today. Sorry it's so late. Don't want to throw blame on anyone because I just joined the team. I don't want to, be the heel. But hey, it's out there. Go check it out this weekend. Go catch up on some Impact Wrestling podcast greatness. Great stuff. But this show is probably weak just because I've been so burnt out doing other stuff. But I wanted to catch up at least on this because I've promised that even though I'm not doing the Impact reviews anymore, I will still review the specials on here, the Twitch specials, and the pay-per-views, of course, and the Impact Plus specials because I've got Impact Plus. And I know the Twitch specials eventually do get on Impact Plus, but I think it's like a few months later or something like that. But I know they eventually get on there. But seriously, go get yourself some Impact Plus, man. Get that free preview. It's worth it. Hell yeah, it's worth it. $7 a month or whatever it is. It's not bad. All right. Enough jibba jabba. Let's could have a little background on it. Yeah, I like to keep it I don't like to reveal everything in life, but I like to be as real as possible. You know what I mean? That's one thing I've prided myself in is I try to keep it real on here, I don't try to be anything I'm not, Just I gotta be me. So, all right, let's talk some Impact, StarStruck. The announcers for this one were Don Callis and Scott D'Amore. Josh Matthews was on the pre-show, but took the night off due to laryngitis. I've noticed lately that sometimes if he's been going for like a long show, his voice does get tired, and that's one. If you're a commentator, announcer, play-by-play, whatever you call it, a ringside guy, you have got to take care of your voice, and if you get sick, then that's, your job gets put on hold for a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, he sounded fine on the pre-show, but that doesn't mean he's still not struggling with something, whatever. So, yeah, no Josh Matthews, Don Callis and Scott D'Amore, and man, are these two a team? Holy cow, they're just a lot of fun because they don't care, man. They're just goofy as shit, I swear. Just goofy sometimes. But yeah, pre-show, they had a pre-show before the actual show. I mean, it was all one big continuous thing, but before the actual start of the show, they had a pre-show match. Adrian Quest was on again from he was on the night before in the X Division match, and man, he really shined. He was taking on the Hollywood Heritage champ, Andy Brown, the Hollywood Heritage champ, and that championship was up on the line. Man, Don and Scott were talking about this like first 5 minutes of the match. They didn't have they're like, man, who booked these guys? We don't even know who they are. It's like, come on. Really? So that was comical. Critical Sting, what is up? Eli, what's up? Stream NXT. It's some. I might watch TakeOver. I hear it's going to be a pretty good card. I'm on the fence about Super Slam or SummerSlam. Just kidding. I know it's called SummerSlam. I'm on the fence, honestly. You know, there's some matches I'm curious about. I'm not going to lie. You know, but we'll see. If I decide to, it's going to be like a last minute thing. I mean, I got to get my money's worth. Otherwise, I'm going to cancel the network again, right? But I don't think my wife would like that. So we'll see. I know I'm having a buddy over tomorrow night for dinner, so maybe we'll sit down and watch a little NXT TakeOver. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so like I said, starts out Adrian Quest versus Andy Brown. Couple hiccups during the matches. You can tell these guys are a little younger, you know. Don't know a lot about them, but with the exception of a couple, we'll just say miscommunications during the match, this match was good. Adrian Quest, after seeing him for 2 nights in a row, man, this kid, they need to think about bringing this kid in. You know, this was a great show for this guy. And the fact that they brought him back while out there was a great example of you know, giving local talent a shot, you know, and there was plenty on here. And most of them looked pretty good. Not too much of an opinion on Andy Brown. He looked all right. He defended his championship all right. You know, they had a decent match. It was all right for local guys. Next we had Peter Avalon, and it's funny because he was on Unbreakable too, as one of the first matches, I believe it was. Match somewhere in here. Yeah, he was on the first match. It was a tag team match. No gimmick though, no librarian. Although there was Callis, or I believe Callis said something like, I hear this kid knows the Dewey Decimal System really well. He's said something like that. So it's like, oh, okay, there's a little nod to AEW and the librarian gimmick. Which, you know, it's like, oh, okay, you know, these guys are corny enough. They're not stupid. They're not so blind to what's going on. They know this guy is part of AEW. So, but yeah, this was I didn't flip back to there it is. Keep track of my notes here. We had a one-on-one. Peter Avalon versus Jordan Clearwater, the Golden Boy. This was an all right match. And Peter Avalon as a wrestler is still really new to me. So, you know, and I probably should have taken more time to pay attention to this one, but honestly, I was a lot more impressed with Adrian Quest. Obviously, you know, they can't sign Peter Avalon, but there was plenty of local talent that they could you know, pick from for future shows or bring in on a regular basis. Next was, should say, Peter Avalon won this one. He beat the Golden Boy. That's Jordan Clearwater. My goodness, that's just sounds like about as squeaky clean as it gets for a babyface name. Reno Scum versus the Macness Monsters. Oh my God! Like I said, what a play on words. And of course, they were throwing some little jokes in there about Nessie, you know, the Loch Ness monster. But man, this was a solid tag team match. Reno Scum comes out on top. Didn't jot down the name of the guys of the Macness Monsters, but holy cow, these all these guys performed very well. And Reno Scum, I'm going to say it again, man, firing on all cylinders. They need to hire Reno Scum. You know, when I started watching on a regular basis, and they brought him back a couple of years ago, one of them got injured right away. It was bad timing. They brought him back for the last West Coast things in Vegas this past winter time or springtime, whenever it was. And I thought maybe they were going to, but they didn't look like $1 million. These shows on the West Coast for these tapings, Reno Scum looked like $1 million. I say sign them because they need to fill some spots, and they need to. I think they need to, you know, get some more fresh faces in there. They've got a few, you know, they got Michael Elgin, they got Jessica Havoc, you know, but they're losing. They lost the Lucha Bros, and they're losing LAX. Now, LAX is still going to be around during the Mexico tapings, I believe. But for one, I know they're not sticking around. It sounds like, now, like I said, I'm not going to talk about tonight's Impact Wrestling show, but I did notice that at the end of the episode, Josh Matthews said, "Welcome to Impact Wrestling, Dagger." So now I have not heard any conversation. Oh my God. It's been a long day, folks. I have not heard any confirmation as far as whether Dagger is officially signed. It wouldn't surprise me because he's with Tessa Blanchard. They're, you know, they're together. So that would make sense. And Dagger's incredibly talented. Why wouldn't they? So I'm going to be watching closely for this news to see if it's, you know, if it's official. Hopefully, between these tapings in Canada, stuff out west, and you know what though? I don't think Dagger was anywhere. You know what? I think he was probably down in Mexico I think he was part of Triple Mania, come to think of it. Yeah, he was. He was in was it the Rumble match? He was part of that Rumble Triple Mania Cup match, whatever they called it. The one where Vampiro kicked Conan's ass. I believe he came out during that match. I'm not going to look it up in my notes, but I'm pretty sure. So hopefully he's a part of the Vegas tapings and, you know, going forward, because they're starting to advertise more tapings. Tickets just went on sale today for Bound for Glory, and it looks like they're selling pretty good. A little hard to tell how many they're going to sell. They're selling just, the first few rows right now, what they call the golden circle and the titanium packages and all that kind of stuff. And the titanium packages looks like they're just about gone. There's just a handful of the silver first row tickets left around the ring. I'm in the process of talking to the guys to see if we can, work out ticket stuff, so that all three of us can sit together. We're in the process. So the goal is to get the Total Nonstop Impact podcast, all three guys together at Bound for Glory in Chi-Town. The hardest one is going to be the scumbag Kyle, because he's, I believe he's a Jersey guy, but Trent is Chi-Town, and I'm just north of Chi-Town. So there's that. Just outside of Milwaukee. All right, so back to this. What did we last time? Oh, yeah, okay. So Reno Scum beat the Macness Monsters. Great tag team action. Impact Wrestling. Seriously, hire the Reno Scum. Get them signed. Solid team. And they're helping on all cylinders. Make it happen. Next, we got Madison Rayne in a great match against Jordan Grace. I like this feud. I like this, that there was no Kiera Hogan at this one to shuffle things up with them. It was just these two, and of course Madison Rayne trying to sucker her in and butter her up a little bit. Not happen. Jordan Grace is starting to get smart to their ways, and so Jordan Grace, man, just wrestles the shit out of Madison, and it was a solid. I've been critical of Madison Rayne. She's had some decent matches. She's had some matches that maybe weren't as hot. This was a solid one out of both women. Tremendous action. Tremendous. Next, we got a three-way. Oh my God. This practically stole the show. Three-way for the X Division Championship. Ace Austin versus Trey versus the newly crowned Jay Christ from a few weeks, last week or a few weeks ago, whenever it was, the new X Division champ. Man, there is just on fire right now. Crazy good. Unbelievable. All three guys shined. Just totally shined here. Jay Chris coming off with the win, retaining his championship. Way through. Let's jump in the chat here a little bit, see what's happening. Critical Sting and James Patrick are going back and forth here. Go up here. Eli Ben says Reno Scum can be the new Ink. Man, Ink. Man, we haven't seen them in a long time. I don't even know if either of them are wrestling anymore. Impact must be doing the talent search with all these new tryouts. Yeah, and it's what they've done when they're going to these different places, doing these tapings. They're using local talent, because they do only have so many people on their roster, and they can't get the full roster to every single show. It's just, it's just how it's been going the last, couple of years with Impact Wrestling, because they do have a smaller roster. So, they put in some local talent for the tapings and these special shows, but it's not taken away from the product. It's not, because it's all good. I've seen a lot of this discussion lately about TNA, and I was getting upset for a while. People keep calling it TNA. I mean, TNA was around for a long time. It's still the same company, but this this Impact Wrestling has been slowly but surely based off some of the bad element from some of the bad business happenings in TNA over the last several years. And man, I just feel like they really, and but it's hard to get those fans back. It is. And I almost left for good, but I gave him another chance. And I'm so glad I did. I've been reviewing this on a regular basis for the last 2 years straight, 2.5 years now almost. And, and now I'm with the Total Nonstop Impact podcast, and those numbers are growing by leaps and bounds. Being a part of their group has helped this brand smash this podcast. So they're getting the fans back one at a time. It's not easy, it's not, but they're doing it. Adrian Quest, Danny, Limelight, Chris Bay, Adrian Prince. I keep going, but it would take too long. Yeah, man. And they've had some tremendous X Division talent lately on there. Adrian Prince. Yeah, they need to get a few more people from Canada. And they need to do it quick, because I heard that WWE is doing some not necessarily shows, but tryouts up in Canada. So don't be surprised if you see them snatch up a bunch of good Canadian talent soon. So we Impact fans have to leave the past in the past. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah, it is what it is, and they're carving a new path. Impact work with AEW. Yeah, I mean, maybe. There's no definite thing there. The people for AEW that are working the indies, like Peter Avalon worked these shows, they're not anything to jeopardize their company status in AEW by doing this. When TV starts in October, the indie dates for these guys are going to not necessarily be canceled, but they're going to be much fewer, I would guess, to keep them healthy, But AEW is also not going to be running, 6 out of 7 days a week, or 5 out of 7 days a week, or whatever the WWE crazy circus schedule is. So they keep their guys more healthy. So, Scum. Okay, read that. Stone Rockwell. Yeah, I love Stone Rockwell. He wasn't on this show, but he was on the tapings, and he was on one of the last shows I watched. Yeah, I love Stone Rockwell. I would love him to be more part of the show. Bring back wrestling school. Not sure what you're talking about there, but forget to like this podcast. Thumbs up. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button and smash that sub button and ring that bell for notifications. notifications. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. Sometimes I forget my own gimmick, you know. TJP was at the California tapings. Hey, did Dagger used to wear a mask? You know what? I don't know about that one. He didn't during Lucha Underground, and that was my introduction to him. But I don't know. I'm not sure. Critical Sting says, I don't think he ever wore a mask. Dagger wrestled an explosion match, and Trey, last time they were in Vegas. Okay. So yeah, I hope they keep Dagger around. I really do. It wouldn't surprise me. LAX beat the Rascals. He stole their wallet. What? That must go back a bit. I forget. Funny. So what a scumbag on tonight's episode. Well, he did during StarStruck. I can tell you that much. I don't remember who. Probably Jake Christer or Johnny Bravo. All right, we're almost caught up here. Oh, Laredo Kid. Okay. Laredo Kid and Dagger, the new LAX. Ooh, time will tell. Yes. Named about 10 guys. Impact Wrestling should sign from Championship Wrestling from Hollywood and Canada. So many options. Yeah, you know, if anyone says that the indies are dead because everyone's getting signed, no, there's still a crap ton of talent out there. There is. All around the world, there's talent. Some are just getting scooped up in areas quicker than others. I saw an indie wrestler tweet that he'd write eat shit on a WWE contract. Yeah, that's not smart. Because, well, that kind of added to it anywhere. You know, if it's your dream to go somewhere, then that's your goal. But don't leave out all your options, is what I'm saying. If you got a chance to make some money someplace and get that shine, do it. Seriously. No matter what your dream is as a wrestler. Because you can't assume how your career is going to go. Some obviously better than others. But all right, let's continue here. Keep the chat going. It's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate all the live chat. So yeah, Jay Chris successfully defends his X Division Championship. Talked about that. Oh my goodness. Havoc coming out next against a local talent. This lady was Viva Van. Someone completely new to my eyes. Never saw her before. She came out with John E. E stands for erotic. Bravo. And man, John E was just on fire. Just wow. Just he's so good. He really is. I mean, it took me a while to warm up to this gimmick, but man, they're just letting him loose, and he's just having so much fun. And I think everyone else is having fun watching him too. Great manager. He even said that he was Taya's main squeeze. Oof. I don't know if that's smart. I mean, even though John Morrison, Taya's hubby, is down in Colombia getting some dealing with some health issues. Man, I wouldn't want to tell anybody that Taya was my main squeeze, man. Be in trouble for that one. My goodness. He is ballsy, isn't he? So, Viva Van versus Havoc is up next here. Not a chance. Not a chance. Viva Van does get in a little bit of offense, but Havoc ends this one fairly quickly with a tombstone pile driver. Then John E. Bravo takes off his neck brace that he so deemed necessary from his injuries from the night before at Unbreakable, gets in the ring, and these shirts. Oh my goodness. I need to find out where he's buying these shirts from, because these shirts are so hideous. They're awesome. They are, man. These the giant shiny sequins. Oh my goodness. Looks like Liberace on crack, I swear. Oh goodness. We have a match, Johnny Bravo versus Havoc. So she gets a 2-for-1 tonight, and takes care of both of them very quickly. Next, we have another classic of a match. I've seen these two wrestle a few times. I never get bored watching these two. Absolutely never. Sami Callihan, the number one contender, versus Willie Mack. I've seen them wrestle live in person, and that was a little different atmosphere. That was at a House of Hardcore show locally here, and Willie Mack is champ, and he was defending against Sami. So, a little different vibe, but still, man, these two are so good together. Sami Callihan coming off with a win here. Best line from this match is they have now given a name to when Sami Callihan has someone either in the ring or usually outside of the ring when he does this, and he puts a big loogie on his hand and watches it just drop, and he eats it, whatever, and then chops the guy. Don Callis has now named this the hepatitis chop. Sami needs to put that shit on a t-shirt, because that is funny. The hepatitis chop. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Sami Callihan comes off with a win here. No surprise. He is the number one contender. Got to keep him looking strong. But great match, man. And from here on, after Havoc squash matches, the last 4 matches were just absolutely insanity. So damn good. But like caliber matches. This is why people have got to watch these Twitch specials, because they're so damn fun to watch. So good. We had a street fight, an old rivalry. We've seen this before, but these two just, they could, fight forever. Moose versus Eddie Edwards. Moose starts off with a great promo in the ring. Like, hey, we tagged recently. We don't have to do this. We really don't. And he's talking about their friendship that they used to have, and that they tagged really good together, and that they, he really wants to build their relationship again. And, Moose tried suckering him in and give him a sucker punch after all that. And James is not a fan of the hepatitis chop. The spinning. Yeah. The hand of hepatitis. That's good too. Man, Moose is such a good heel. Man, he just improves by the month in this brand. Absolutely a future Impact Wrestling champion. I'd like to say before the end of the year, but you know, I don't have a crystal ball. But damn, he's good, and he does deserve it. These two went to war. Chairs. Kenny was involved. A lot of close calls. Eddie Edwards ends up. Oh, I didn't even. God, it was the one match. I didn't even. I wrote, wow. Ends up hitting him with Kenny in the gut and then rolls him up in a small package. Beats him with a wrestling move in a street fight. Crazy. Like I said. Next, we have Michael Elgin going up against Rich Swann. Oh, my goodness. Now, these two have faced off like a couple months ago or right as Michael Elgin got into the company, whatever it was. But these just absolutely amazing. Andre, what is up? Good to see you here, man. Andre Korbilov, WrestlingWithWrestling.com. I tell you, and Michael Elgin looked rough the night before, and he looked just as rough here. So I don't know, after watching those two shows, how he is going to be going forward, but his leg, you know, and he could be just selling, you know, because, you know, wrestlers sell injuries. But he was giving an awful lot of attention to that leg that had the brace on it. So, and I'm pretty sure I said the same thing when I reviewed Unbreakable 2. I hope he's okay. That would suck coming in and be injured and have to deal with going away right away. So, you know, we're gonna keep a close eye on that though. Andre says, just got back from working RCW wrestling, so I missed Impact Wrestling. That's okay. That's okay. I did too. Don't feel bad. We're talking about StarStruck from this last weekend. I'm finally catching up on the Twitch specials, so don't feel bad. I'll be catching up on that at the end of the weekend too, or sometime. James says it was a good show. It's always a good show. Some better than others, but usually a good show. Elgin comes from the New Japan school of selling a post-match injury. That's interesting. That's interesting psychology right there. That's believable. I buy that. But damn, I mean, the guy just looked miserable, you know, just miserable. You know, it's not like John Cena, you know, but, you know, had his face, you know, stuck in the camera going, you know, selling an injury, or The Rock, you know, this looked like legit pain, but I hope you're right. Like I said, insane match. Michael Elgin comes off with a win here. I wrote down Bomb Mania. I don't know how many Elgin bombs and mega bombs or whatever he calls his stuff. I don't know how many he gave Rich Swann. I lost count. It was just ridiculous. How Rich Swann was able to walk away from this is beyond me. Do Japan guys always look half dead after their matches? They do. But, you know, I think that's also because they legit clobbered the shit out of each other, you know? So, last but certainly not least, we have a great tag match. We got Extreme, Tommy Dreamer, and Reno tagging up. Man, I don't remember the last time I've seen these two tag together. It's been a while, at least a few years. Probably saw it in WWE at one point, but that was somewhere, I'm guessing 4 or 5 years ago. Because I know Tommy did a stint a few years ago, real quick, with it was when the Dudley Boys were in there too. And Tommy was in for a few shows, I believe. So that could quite possibly be back when that was. It's a little fuzzy, not going to lie. I'd have to look that up. That's right, Andre. Smash that like button and smash that sub button. Been getting some nice numbers in the sub count lately. Keeps going up. Appreciate that, guys. Keep it going. Tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Tell your friend if your friend's dog is on social media. Is that a thing? Of course it's a thing. Taya, the Impact Knockouts champ, has a dog and it's on social media. It's a thing. Tell your friend's dog. Tired of people complaining about the few, even though none of them main event any major shows or get title shots. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Tommy Dreamer or Rhino getting a championship. I mean, maybe Rhino. Tommy Dreamer doesn't need a championship. And Tommy's not going to be around much longer. Wrestling. He's every match I see him in now, you can tell his days are numbered. And he'll tell you in his podcast, his days are numbered. And it's going to be a sad day. People are going to shed some damn tears, some big old crocodile ECW tears when that man leaves his boots in the ring for the last time. And I don't mean like Undertaker did, who just signed a lifetime deal, sold his soul to the devil, damn it. When Tommy, you know. But he is a great part of Impact Wrestling. And so is Rhino now. They take on the Impact World Tag Team Champions, the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander. A lot of fun in this one. They really kicked the snot out of Dreamer. Rhino gets some decent shots in. Ends up giving, I believe it was Josh Alexander at the end, gave him a gore, to have the fans go home happy, even though the North retained their Impact Tag Team Championships. Man, every time I see Page and Alexander together now, they're so good. They're just a great combo of guys in this tag team because they are different. I believe Callis best, well, one of them, either DeMore or Callis, said it best during the show. Page is charismatic and Alexander is cerebral. You know, he's a little more like old school wrestling based, whereas Page is kind of just all over the place and still evolving as a wrestler. You know, so even using some second and top rope moves now. Which is something he didn't do much before. So he's getting better. You can always improve as a wrestler, try new stuff. There's a name of Orlo Myers. Welcome to the show. Is Tommy Dreamer, when he retires, going to focus more on a backstage Impact role and his House of Hardcore? Yeah, well, he's doing that right now. But I'm sure he's going to stay with them. Yes, I believe believe he will. I mean, he's slowing down, but I also know it's also becoming more difficult to book his House of Hardcore shows. He's been dealing with some issues the last few years. But that's part of the wrestling business. But I'm sure he'll stay backstage. Yeah. Andre Corbeil says Ethan Page is the next Bobby Wrestling, and I love the North. They're so fresh and different. Oh, I would say totally. Page's charisma is through the roof. Through the roof. And if you have not checked out his vlog on YouTube, just look up Ethan Page and his channel will come up. Or if you want to type it in, it's Monster. Oh shit, what is it called? Something Monster Mafia is the actual youtube.com/whatever. But just type in Ethan Page, you'll find it. His vlogs are so entertaining. I mean, he's really getting up there as far as the ones to watch. I enjoy watching Sammy. Of course, there's Being the Elite. But yeah, Ethan Page is a lot of fun to watch. And they're picking up where LAX left off. Yeah, I mean, they're a really strong team. They really are, and they're proving it too. Impact Wrestling gives us uncensored Rhino and Steiner. No further reasoning. It is a great thing. Yes, absolutely. More of a mat and grind and pound. Yeah. So that's going to do it for this one. I don't think there was anything else I was going to talk about. I was kind of checking out some news. I don't think I heard anything earlier. I've been so busy doing outdoor work today, but I finally, my body just quit, I had to sit down, watch some StarStruck, and we'll catch up on Impact Wrestling, and I'll review that with the guys early next week. So yeah, I got company coming over tomorrow night. Not sure if I'm going to get the NXT takeover. We'll see. No promises, but usually they do put on a damn good show. Whether you like the WWE product or not, NXT is still entertaining. SummerSlam, I'm on the fence. I might sit down and watch that with my wife. If I don't, I probably would be a bad husband if I didn't do that. So come to think of it now, chances are actually going to be pretty good than I'm Sunday. And we'll just catch up on MLW next week. I'll do a twofer. But I am not missing that Davey Boy Smith and Thatcher match. That is going to be insane. I cannot wait to watch that. It's just been too much going on this week. So thanks for hanging in there. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Have a tremendous weekend, folks, and we'll see you down the road real soon.